Good evening. And welcome, family and friends, to our middle school honors assembly for the 2016-17 school year. At this time, I would like to invite Jason Baker to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone would please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jason. On behalf of the Interboro Board of School Directors and Administrators, I would like to congratulate all 212 students who are being recognized for their outstanding academic achievements. As the district continues to increase the level of rigor and academic expectations for our students, your children have risen to the challenge, and you should be proud of all that they have achieved. I would like to thank the Interboro Board of School Directors, Central Office Administrators, principals, assistant principals, teachers, and support staff for the instrumental roles they play in the education of our students. I know I speak for them when I say that there is nothing that gives us a greater sense of pride, buck pride, than seeing students recognized for their academic achievements. As parents, grandparents, and extended family, you have provided the foundation and endless encouragement as these students work towards their accomplishments, and is reflected here this evening. And for this, we thank you. We value the partnerships that we have developed with you and for entrusting us with our children's education. We look forward to these relationships continuing as your children finish middle school and enter into high school. Again, as your superintendent, I extend my congratulations and wishes for continued success to each one of you. Thank you. To introduce our speakers, I would like to invite Dr. Valerie Ekman, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, to come up to the podium.
Good evening. We are so proud of the students who are seated in front of you this evening. These students excel both in the classrooms and in varied co-curricular activities. They represent the qualities and values that drive the mission and vision of our esteemed school district. To review with us tonight, we invite several students representing the 4 community schools who were selected by the faculty and their principals to review the qualities of scholarship, character, leadership, and citizenship. We begin this evening with Ms. Madison Brown, representing the Norwich School, to speak to us on scholarship.
Good evening, fellow students, parents, teachers, administrators, and distinguished guests. Look at a day when you are supremely satisfied at the end, Margaret Thatcher said. It's not a day when you lounge around doing nothing. It's a day you've had everything to do, and you've done it. All of us here on this stage should feel supremely satisfied with ourselves tonight because we've had everything to do to get here, and we've done it. But often, talented scholars are perceived as individuals who don't have to work as hard as other students to accomplish their goals. Some simply believe we were born this way. However, this stereotype could not be more false. For the majority of scholars and scholar athletes, putting extra effort into their goals is the main reason why they are so successful. Hard work, dedication, and perseverance are all components that scholars demonstrate that allow them to achieve lofty goals. For many students and athletes, the thought of having to put in hard work in order to meet a goal creates a huge mountain in their minds that seems too tall to overcome. Sometimes we feel discouraged, as if no amount of diligence could lead us to success. These thoughts have influenced many to give up and give in. But it is also these thoughts that have influenced so many scholars, including myself, to work that much harder in order to accomplish their objectives. Having the drive and desire to achieve something, whether it be acing a difficult test or winning a sports game against a team that seems unbeatable, can be the deciding factor of your level of success. From personal experience, having faith and confidence in your abilities can provide you with enough desire to put work and time into making your aspirations become your reality. Making a commitment to something such as an academic goal, a sports team, or a band group can be overwhelming at first. These commitments, if we stick to them and we're dedicated, can be time-consuming. However, they can lead you to find something that you're truly passionate about. Understandably, it can sometimes be difficult for students to step out of their comfort zone and try new things. But at the same time, you might discover your passion and find dedicating yourself to improvement and success comes easily. You might want to be able to throw faster in softball or better understand a subject in school, but it is unreasonable to believe that you will achieve such goals without having the dedication in order to do so. Remaining persistent as you try and meet your goals can sometimes be frustrating and discouraging, especially if other people are constantly trying to influence your actions or surpassing you in classes or on the field. It is important, as I have learned, to focus on what you really wanted to do originally and to stick with that. It is a lot more rewarding to know that you were able to achieve a goal because you wanted it bad enough, compared to working just as hard to achieve a goal that wasn't yours. Coming from a family where excuses aren't accepted, I learned that no matter how badly I want to place the blame on someone else for a situation gone wrong, I should first look within myself and attempt to make the situation better. When an umpire during a softball game calls an obvious ball a strike, I should adjust myself to his strike zone and try again. I feel that the same theory applies throughout other sports, extracurricular activities, and education. On many occasions, things won't go according to plan, or you will have to face impediments that prevent you from reaching your goals. During those occasions, it is important to persevere and understand that not everything you accomplish in life will be easy. But often, it's the things that are not easy that are the most satisfying to achieve. Attending multiple practices a day and conditioning during the off-season has allowed me, along with many other athletes, to improve at sports. Studying and reading through textbooks and notes have allowed students, including myself, to improve in school. Sometimes, trying to juggle so many activities at once can be stressful, but stress is a small price to pay after you look back to see how much you have accomplished and overcome. Being a scholar isn't just about displaying what you have accomplished. It is also about what you did to bring yourself to that point. It is essential for students to remember that if you want to achieve something badly enough, it is necessary to put effort into it, devote time to it, and remain persistent throughout the journey. It is also important that students agree with Margaret Thatcher in the sense that hard work is very rewarding and laziness is not. Scholars and scholar athletes represent the students who demonstrate all of these positive actions and qualities and who are therefore able to succeed throughout life. By setting high standards for yourself, you will be surprised by how much you can achieve and how satisfied you'll feel with your achievements and the life you've built for yourself. Thank you.
Excellent speech, Madison. Thank you very much. Next, we will invite Ms. Kelly Connor from the Pinnacle School to talk with us tonight about character.
Good evening, parents, students, teachers, principals, and administrators. Today I am here to talk about the topic of character. Character is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. In my opinion, character has many ways of being defined. It connects an abundance of qualities and roles a person must have to portray a good character. People in this world have a lot of traits that show what it means to have great character, and the people here today are the people that show good character inside and outside of school. Character will determine our success, and each of us has the ability and the potential to develop and strengthen our character. In the famous words of Helen Keller, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved.
By people pushing themselves to try new things and discovering what's in the world outside of school books and playgrounds, they can learn from their mistakes, build strength and courage, and with that, anything is possible. Good character is a combination of many qualities like honesty, integrity, dependability, loyalty, compassion, sincerity, attentiveness, determination, confidence, etc. It helps portray a person and their qualities that stand out from the rest, and the students here are many of these people who show good character. Many famous people, such as Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Muhammad Ali, and several more, all show great character in their life and have set a countless number of precedents for people in this life. People need all different sorts of traits and qualities to portray good character, and many people don't understand what it means to have good character. They just say they need to be a leader with passion or show citizenship and be respectful, but to have character you need all these things. People need to be a leader who is confident, and they need to show citizenship to their community and everywhere they go. People also need to have a good reputation because being trustworthy is always something someone looks for later in life for a job or future long-time career. Character is not just defined in one quality or trait. It has various things that all come together, and they may all be different, but those qualities make a person special within themselves and different than other people. I think strong character belongs to someone who has faith in their abilities, someone who stays with their commitments, someone who can resist temptations, someone who does their best and is not afraid of errors, someone who knows enthusiasm and devotion, who knows both defeat and victory, someone who is big enough to admit their mistakes and smart enough to profit from them. Someone who's true to their own ideals, even if they are rejected. Someone who doesn't care about what others think of what they do, but cares about what they themselves think of what they do. Character can be said in several different ways, meaning many different things, but today these young adults sitting here have shown that they have character and that they believe in themselves. They try hard every single day and show that they are responsible and respectful and that they can push themselves to a limit others don't even think is possible. They have been and will always be leaders, and they put hard work into everything they do, and for that, that's what sets them apart. Numerous people in the world we live in today have great character and great personalities, and they show us every day how important it is to play a sport, solve a problem, and maybe even just simply talk to people. Everyone has something that makes them different from the rest because the world would be quite boring if we were all the same. The point is, if you work hard and you be a leader and role model you want to be, having character will set you apart from the rest. It will make you stand out in a way you never thought it would. Having a strong character means you are the type of person who stands behind your beliefs, takes responsibility for your actions, and treats people with dignity. It means you will stand up for others who can't, and you will stand up for something that is wrong. Never give up and keep trying. Have self-possession in the face of peer pressure, speak your mind and know it, and live by a strong code of moral and ethical character.
Excellent, Kelly. Next, we will have Ms. Carrie Barnett, who will represent Glen Olden School, to talk to us about leadership.
Hello, my name is Carrie Barnett, and I am an 8th grade student at Glen Olden School. Leadership is defined as the action of leading a group of people or an organization. In this world, there are two types of people. One type is known as the leaders, who are able to step up in a crisis, think and act creatively in difficult situations, and establish a clear vision. Followers, on the other hand, tend to step back from challenges and travel behind someone or something. As Peter Drucker once proclaimed, effective leadership is not about making speeches or being led. Leadership is defined by results, not attributes. While a decent leader possesses multiple mediocre characteristics, an exceptional leader is able to communicate with others to reach a common goal. All of us here tonight have demonstrated the proper qualities of a leader. We come prepared for learning daily, respect the adults and peers we interact with every day, demonstrate integrity, contain self-determination, and display excellence in everything we do. The most crucial qualities of a great leader are known as self-determination and excellence. Unfortunately, not many people acquire these significant traits. Self-determination may be defined as the setting of goals and doing everything in your power to achieve them. Likewise, excellence is accomplishing these particular goals to the best of one's ability in a way that does not go unnoticed. Those of us here on the stage tonight have the ability to retain these qualities because we have consistently worked diligently all year on our academics, no matter the challenges we have faced. Thoroughly interpreting all of the information we have absorbed throughout the years allows us as individuals to excel in our selected courses. This will in turn aid us in achieving our individual desired results. A quality leader also contains the traits of integrity and excellent character. Selected individuals who have been able to acquire these qualities are often trustworthy, honest, and well respected. As stated before, those of us here tonight have adopted these traits. We complete what is asked of us by our parents and teachers and set a good example in and out of the classroom. I would like to thank my former and current English teachers, Ms. Tricomi and Ms. Barnes, for all they have done for me in the past couple of years. They both taught me to stay strong when times got a little rocky during school, especially this year. They have contributed immensely towards my physical and mental growth in every aspect of my life and have always provided me with a bright light at the end of every tunnel. I congratulate my fellow students tonight for this huge achievement. It is not an easy task to maintain honors or distinguished honors without hard work and the essential qualities of a great leader. We just need to keep in mind that we still have so much more to achieve. In order to do so, we will have to maintain these qualities as we continue down a successful path in life. Never settle for less. Thank you.
Thank you. And to finish out the evening speeches, we have from Prospect Park, Ms. Lauren Ward, who will speak on behalf of Ms. Kushi Desai.
Citizenship is the state of being vested with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of a citizen. Millions of individuals from around the world today hope to fulfill their dream of becoming an American citizen, while others have had the prerogative of automatically obtaining such a prosperous status. The United States has been welcoming immigrants for many generations. As formally stated in the U.S. Constitution, Article 1 of the 14th Amendment defines what U.S. citizenship provides for an individual, while explicitly expressing the protected civil rights every U.S. citizen retains that the Constitution upholds. Millions of immigrants have become U.S. citizens. The number of U.S. citizens is constantly escalating each day. Those who had immigrated to the United States have substantially impacted the development of our country, both economically and socially. For example, as immigration was such a compelling factor during the Industrial Revolution, manufacturing in the United States led our country to being the leading power of the world. In addition, immigration to the United States has also attracted diverse groups of people. Individuals from various countries have both brought multiple traditions, customs, and numerous ways of life to our country. These have influenced our way of life today and how the United States was both developed and formed starting from very early on in history. Furthermore, the importance of being a citizen of the United States has profoundly contributed to shaping our country. A few responsibilities of a U.S. citizen include voting on election days, being involved in your local communities, fulfilling the role of a juror if asked, and supporting and defending the U.S. Constitution to show your loyalty to our country. In addition, upholding the responsibilities of a U.S. citizen is rewarded with benefits that can never be taken away from you. There are numerous benefits of being an American citizen, such as being given the opportunity of a better job, being elected, having the right to vote, the right to freedom of speech, to bear arms, freedom of religion, etc. Nevertheless, being a citizen in the United States of America has immensely impacted my life in various ways. Being a citizen in the U.S. allows me to maintain a permanent residence here. Without that, I wouldn't be able to stay in the United States for as long as I have, and I wouldn't have had the opportunity of experiencing everything I have gone through up until now. My social life would be different. I would have gone to a different school, and I wouldn't have the great friends I have today if I wasn't a citizen here in the United States. In addition, being a citizen here has given me a better education. It has allowed me to get the best possible curriculum I need by well-educated teachers to further help me in the future. Being a citizen here in the United States makes me feel proud of the country I belong to. It makes me glad to have the amazing opportunities that I have access to, such as good education, a right to freedom of speech and religion. Also, for the possibilities being a citizen could potentially offer me in the future, such as having more likely chances of getting a well-paid job, the ability to vote, and the honor of being a juror while witnessing a court case for the first time. To conclude, being a citizen of the United States of America is the most prestigious status anyone could hold. It is an honor to represent the country you belong to while endorsing the U.S. Constitution and successfully acting on the responsibilities given to you, as well as reaping the rewards of being a citizen here in the United States. Thank you.
Very well done. How about another hand for our speakers? That is certainly not easy to do. All right, we would now like to proceed to the awards portion of the evening, and we will ask our stellar administrative teams from each building to come up and present our students with certificates as well as pins. So we will begin tonight with Glen Olden School. We have Ms. Rachel Lambert, who is the principal, and Mr. Brad Colhep, who is the assistant principal.
Good evening. First, I want to say thank you for sharing your sons and daughters with us on a daily basis. It is a pleasure to work with them and to have seen them grow for the last 8 years. We would like to begin with honoring our 8th grade Distinguished Honor Roll students. These students have made Distinguished Honor Roll for the last 3 marking periods. Jason Baker. Harry Barnett. Edwin Boyer. Elizabeth Mullen. John Scavello. Mackenzie Staley. Kyla Valver. Andrea Whalen. The following students have made honor roll and 1 distinguished honor roll, if not 2. Harita Ameyu. Zachary Bozak. Amir Brewster. Caitlin Chivarelli. Rebecca Dunham. Michael Dunleavy. Dejuan Hackett. Hannah Kephart. Justine Taft. Christian Ross. And Emma Wiegale.
For 7th grade, Distinguished Honor Roll, Morgan Connell and McKenna Gallinall. For 7th grade Honor Roll, Alexander Belilli. Nathan Chidester. Dominic D'Agostino. Deshana Johnson. Jack Kinter. Amira Simila. Journey Van. Aaliyah Williams. And Ethan Zardes. And Issa Haradi. Congratulations to all honor roll students, 7th and 8th grade at Glen Olden School.
Next, we welcome Prospect Park School students. Mr. Robert Kelly is here as the principal of Prospect Park School, and Mr. Nicholas Wood is the assistant principal.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming tonight. After a long school year, as we near the end, it's moments like this that make the whole year worth it. So thank all of you and for giving us such wonderful students. Recognizing first up our 8th grade Distinguished Honor Roll students. Vivian Chen. Kushi Desai. Cameron Hagan. Denise Hakberdeva. Kaylee Hall. Matthew Hengy. Connor Hughes. Carolyn Kornichuk. Erin Robinson. Emma Stackhouse. Logan Stewart. Lauren Ward. Now for our 8th grade honor roll students. Madeline Bonner. Abigail Ferris. Grace Manton. Alexandria Mullen. Audrey Sheets.
Our 7th grade Distinguished Honor Roll winners. Sophia Cropper. Zoe Pastone. Matthew Harris. William Kyle. Andrew Menold. Joshua Pitts. Michael Roddy. And Nathaniel Shippey. Our 7th grade honor roll. Kylie Seminara. Kyle Frisky. Dejanae Gordon. Brady Hummel. Alexa Kadichel. Miranda Neal. Ariana Gwynn. Ava Rose Gwynn. And Nicole Parker. Congratulations, Prospect Park students.
Next this evening, we welcome our Norwich School students. Norwich School is represented by Mr. Dan Mills, principal, and Ms. Misha Cabuto, assistant principal.
Good evening. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the student scholars on stage tonight for their academic achievement this year and wish them continued success in the future. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to call down our 8th grade honor roll winners, distinguished honor roll, Madison Michaela Brown. Samantha Curo. Rachel Dombrowski. Rachel Galloway. Adriana Gall. Miranda Lynn Pepper. Alessandra Scalessa. Congratulations to our 8th grade 3 marking periods of distinguished honor roll. For our 8th grade students, honor roll could have been distinguished for 1 or more than 1 and regular honor roll for 1. These are also outstanding students. Sarai Briggs. Jordan Kennedy. Kayla Morris. Connor Schaefer. Cassidy Smith. Cassidy Toohey. Izem Irva Usaler. And Ireland Wiley.
All right, now for 7th grade Distinguished Honor Roll, Matthew Atanasow. Dylan Falcone. Maya Galado. Emily Kurzinski. Yep. Kenan Liu. And Brianna Madani.
Great call.
right, and now we will do 7th grade honor roll. Gianna Deibler. Elaine Droxler. Sophia Escher. Elizabeth Manton. Allie Marola. Kelly Nong. Victor Quintiliana. Shauna Rose Randall. Caitlin Shropshire. John Stentrud. And Matthew Sun.
Okay, and rounding out our program this evening, we have Pinnacle School. Pinnacle School is represented by Mr. Tim Banning, Principal, and Ms. Stephanie Farmer, Assistant Principal.
All right, good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Tim Fanning. I'm the very proud principal over at Pinnacle School. Tonight I have the privilege of presenting our awards to our wonderful students. The first thing I just want to mention, I kind of mention this, I think, every year. Obviously, Pinnacle School is a rather small school, but I think it's pretty obvious that where we lack in size and numbers, these kids definitely make up for it in heart. So I'm so thrilled to present our awards, starting with our 8th grade Distinguished Honor Roll to Miss Kelly Connor. Mr. Dom DeLomo. Miss Elena Harrell. Miss Gianna Taylor. And for our 8th grade honors, Mr. Michael Brennan. Mr. Anthony Francolini. Mr. Ronald the Bowtie Hun. Mr. Logan McCaffrey. Miss Alyssa Travasio. Thank you, Mr. Travasio. All right, congratulations to all of our 8th grade students.
And for our 7th grade Distinguished Honor Roll, Emma Donnelly. And Miss Jada Little. For 7th grade honor roll, Catherine Boone. Jadelyn Miller. And Haley Ward. Congratulations.
Okay, how about one final round for all of our students? help to find individuals tonight. One is Mr. John Stanek, who's in the back. He's helped with the sound. As well as Mr. Kevin Reeder, who is accompanying us on music. You might recognize Mr. Reeder if you just came to the musical a few weeks ago. Mr. Reeder was one of the main stars of the show. Thank you for joining us this evening, parents, guardians, family, and friends. We appreciate and thank you for entrusting us with your children. We are so proud to educate them on a daily basis. Students, may you continue to grow as learners and flourish as human beings in all your future endeavors. Thank you.